Ask many entrepreneurs if they know their audience, and they will reply, of course. This is because they believe there is an existing demographic out there which is all fired up to use the new product or service. The entrepreneurs may even be right, but one of my jobs is to force them to question all of the assumptions they have around who their audience really is. The fact is that until we actually test our audience, all that we have are assumptions about them. We are only imagining who our audience is. This isn't a bad place to start, but it's far from science-based. There are many assumptions that can be made about a product or service which are probably broadly correct and often based on the problem-solution path, where we first look at the problem and then see how our product or service solves it. So we are some way on the PSPS path, and let's say the new gizmo is pretty high-tech, needing an amount of tech-savviness on the part of the audience. Okay, so that may indicate a younger demographic with a certain level of education. That's a maybe, but not a for sure, and perhaps we are confusing end users with potential investors. Think about marketing and selling toys for children as an example. The kids may be the end users and also have a big input into the purchasing decision, but actually it's the parents and grandparents who get the final vote. They may also be choosing the product for very different reasons to the child. Perhaps it's cost, but it's also likely to be issues of safety or the educational possibilities. When you look at an example like that, it soon becomes clear that the target audience is not the same as your first thought. Or consider the various savings and crypto accounts such as Pixby, and you'll see bright colors and child-friendly design, but don't let that fool you. Of course, the pitch is not directed towards the kids age 6+ who it appears to intend for. So how do you get the science part into getting to know your audience rather than making broad assumptions about them? It's very easy, but it also takes a lot of time and effort. First, you ask lots of questions through your web presence. Second, you listen to the answers. That may seem super simple, but you would be surprised how rare this is. When you listen to what your actual audience has to say, you learn new things, and so a dialogue can begin. The third stage is where you start testing what you have learned. Testing is not so difficult, but it means you need at least 2 of everything, because all the time you will try version A against version B, which version of your landing page attracts the most people, which image gets the most hits, even which color scheme works best. Always you will be testing the performance of one version against another. When I propose this kind of rigorous ongoing testing to startups, I'm often told, but we haven't got time for that. And those that don't follow my advice often discover that their route to finding and knowing their audience then takes a lot longer. A whole lot longer.